अद्भुतम.
Front page and person.
Not 2 days is not.
It's all important.
చెప్తాను సార్ తర్వాత బోర్డ్స్ అతను కూడా తీసుకొచ్చాను సార్ డైరెక్షన్ అంటే కూడా పెట్టాము
Good afternoon.
Afternoon ji. Afternoon ji.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon जी.
Good afternoon. Good.
हाँ जी गुड आफ्टरनून. कहाँ पे आप डिब्रूगढ़ में हैं जी?
नहीं, मैं कलकत्ता.
ओके ग्रेट.
प्रेसिडेंट साहब नमस्कार.
नमस्कार जी. कैसे हैं जी?
बस मेहरबानी सर. ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू जी. कैसे हैं? ऑल गुड.
Yesterday also there has been a draft and it has been put around all the stalwarts.
Hello, President.
Hello, Mr. Thomas. How are you?
Hello, Vishal.
All good.
कैसे हो भाई?
बढ़िया बढ़िया. Nothing good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
कैसे हैं अंकल आप? बढ़िया सर.
बढ़िया फर्स्ट क्लास. और शिवानी जी का सुन के तो और भी बढ़िया हो जाएगा.
नहीं, thank you for joining.
I tell you, Rajiv, every morning 1 hour I spend with her speeches, you know.
हाँ जी,
डेली सुनता हूँ मैं। इतना अच्छा लगता है, सो
हाँ जी।
टचिंग एंड सो एजुकेटिव, बड़ा
Absolutely.
इंस्पायरिंग रहता
ये
है।
तो लाइफ चेंजिंग है जी, ये सब इनका जो बातें हैं
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
ये
अपने
बेसिकली।
तो
हाँ जी,
प्रोग्राम भी करवाए हुए हैं इनसे लास्ट
हाँ जी,
टाइम
हाँ जी,
में।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, वो ताज में हुआ था जब पहले
Okay.
2-3 साल पहले।
आज में करवाए हुए हैं, पहले एक बार हिंदुस्तान क्लब में करवाया था मैंने, तो
जी
वहाँ
जी,
पे भी इनका एक प्रोग्राम करवाया था।
हाँ जी, ये बहुत अच्छा होता है जिनका प्रोग्राम।
ना ये आपने बहुत अच्छा रख लिया, इनको बुलाने वाला प्रोग्राम, दैट्स रियली नाइस।
थैंक यू जी।
अभी के टाइम एकदम रिलेवेंट है जी, एकदम अभी एकदम।
बड़ा टाइमली सब्जेक्ट भी बहुत अच्छा चुना है।
हाँ
ये तो नाम ही नहीं लेना चाहते हैं, कोविड वर्ड यूज नहीं करना चाहते हैं, आज करेंगे कि नहीं मालूम नहीं है। बोलते हैं ये बीमारी जो आई हुई है,
जी हाँ जी,
शी डजंट यूज द वर्ड कोविड एंड कोरोना, दोनों शब्द बोले जबान पे नहीं लाती।
अच्छा जी, अच्छा जी। चलिए अच्छा है जी, आजकल के टाइम में आई मीन यू गेट सम थॉट्स सो दैट आप अपने माइंड को कंट्रोल में रखें।
आज टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में भी तो दिया है ना कि पॉजिटिविटी में माइंड को रख के,
हाँ जी,
और यह आप देखें कि भगवान ने आपको क्या क्या दिया हुआ है उनको काउंट कीजिए। अदरवाइज ये नेगेटिव और पेपर्स वगैरह और न्यूज सारे दिन सुन के तो ऐसा आदमी हो जाता है, पगला जाता है एक तरह से। आई
हाँ
टेल
जी,
यू।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल जी। इतना नेगेटिव न्यूज है जी, और मीडिया में तो लोग इसको और बढ़ा चढ़ा के दिखाते हैं।
व्हाट्सएप में सबसे ज्यादा है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। यानी कोई पॉजिटिव न्यूज तो है ही नहीं ना अभी तो, या तो हमारा
बिल्कुल नहीं
राजेश
जी।
उसको मार दिया, उसने ये कर दिया, ये हो गया।
हाँ जी। So Dhanuka, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Absolutely fine.
Hey,
गुड आफ्टरनून अंकल, नमस्ते।
Good afternoon. So we are starting sharp at 5 o'clock, na?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
या with ICC we always start on time here.
Huh?
With ICC we always start on time.
Yeah. That is right. ICC never is. Everybody is so particular about timing nowadays. It is better to start on time.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, बिल्कुल।
The COVID is very bad situation. Terrible.
Yeah, very bad this time, very bad.
In Calcutta is
Very infectious.
it's not coming out, but it's terrible. I tell you. My
ठीक है,
100
आपके
मेरे
यहाँ पे
अभी
भी तो 30-40 आदमी हो गए बताते हैं।
हाँ मेरे सब चले गए, सब everybody is out.
Yeah,
Abhi myself, my wife, Mrigank, and my daughter Tarulia, we have 4 people are there, and our only managers are servicing us. All
वाह
the
वाह।
चारों maid, सब नौकर्स, दोनों पुजारी, तीनों महाराज, सब everybody is out, सब चले गए हैं।
कौन बता रहा था? नवल बोल रहा था कल, बोले कि 40 आदमी गए हैं सीके के यहाँ से।
नहीं 40 तो नहीं है, 24 आदमी है, 24 आदमी।
24 है क्या?
हाँ 24।
इस बार केस भी बहुत सीरियस हो रहे हैं और मोर्टेलिटी भी बढ़ ही रही है धीरे धीरे जहाँ से।
हाँ रियली मोर्टेलिटी तो देखो कम हुआ बेटा, इट इज लास्ट पहले तो ज्यादा था, अभी तो 0.5% है, बट पता नहीं कितना डिक्लेयर कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं पता नहीं।
सुनने में आ रहा है, लेकिन बहुत सुनने में आ रहा है, काफी सुनने में आ रहा है।
बच्चों को होने लगा, वो सबसे टेरिबल चीज है ना।
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। पर अभी
वो
तो
जो
यहाँ
मैं-
की फिगर तो बहुत सप्रेस्ड फिगर है ना अभी तो।
हाँ जी।
ये इलेक्शन कंप्लीट होने के बाद आएगी फिगर तो यहाँ की।
So Sister Shivani has joined us.
या
Okay.
ओके
Warm welcome to you.
Auntie, good evening.
We'll be starting in just another
Perfect.
3 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Perfect.
नमस्कार शिवानी जी।
Namaskar ji. So we keep it in Hindi or English?
शिवानी जी नमस्कार।
We can
Namaskar
keep in
ji.
English.
एचपी बुदिया बोल रहा हूँ मैं, प्रोग्राम भी करवाए थे आपसे 1-2 बार।
हाँ जी, नमस्कार जी, कैसे हैं आप?
नमस्कार। बस बहुत बढ़िया सर।
बच्चों बोलो।
Sister.
Same here, thank you.
We are
Sister, I was
expecting.
watching a video with my daughter. With my daughter yesterday, one of your videos, and about how to be happy and like why expect others to change. And you were saying like, why should children be the way parents want to be? Why can't parents can be the way children want to be? And she's 6 years old. She's suddenly your friend now, a big fan of yours now.
So
And yeah,
sweet.
she's right.
She's right. Yeah. We always know what to take, what suits us best, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But it's good if a 6-year-old child even sits and listens that much, that is also such
Yeah,
a
yeah.
amazing thing,
Yeah,
because
there's to that.
the gyan keeps going into the soul even if they don't understand it completely.
Yeah.
Like all the other information of the world keeps going inside, and they don't realize the impact it has on them. So it's good something positive keeps going inside.
Yes,
That's
sir.
important, especially at today's times, very important.
Right, true.
Good evening, Sister Shivani.
Good evening, Ji. Namaskar.
Namaskar. We have done two conferences with you with Dr. V.K. Chopra in Mount Abu,
Hanji.
H.K. Chopra.
Hanji, Hanji.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So on cardio kind of a thing. So
Yes,
we
yes.
like to maybe repeat it again onto the virtual from Indian Chamber of Commerce, maybe in near future.
Sure,
So
sure.
maybe I'll write to you with the talk to Dr. V.K. Chopra also. So
Definitely.
that medical conference, maybe medical event can be done on.
Of course.
We really enjoyed. I stayed there 2 times there for 3 days
Yes.
during both the conferences.
Right.
The
Perfect.
kind of gyan we got it was excellent. We still remember that. Yeah.
You can go to the center sometimes. Where you based in Calcutta?
No, I'm based in Delhi.
Acha, in Delhi. Where in Delhi?
Delhi in Getaglash Part 2.
Acha. So there is
You
a
have
center there also.
You have a center there. We keep visiting that center also.
Yeah.
And GK2 is there. We are in Enclave 2, which is very close actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we'll write to you maybe from Chamber of Commerce. We can have one event with you
Sure.
involving all the medical fraternity actually.
Sure. Definitely.
Thank you.
So it's now 5 o'clock. Should we start?
Yes.
So I request the president to please start the session. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome you all here today. On behalf of Indian Chamber of Commerce, I would like to extend a warm welcome to Sister V.K. Shivani. Friends, Brahma Kumari Shivani ji needs no introduction. She is fondly known as Sister Shivani world over. Sister Shivani has enlightened us on living values, self-management, inner powers, harmony in relationships, understanding the law of karma, healing, self-empowerment, self-discipline, as well as about spirituality in general and art of living in particular. Billions of people love, respect, and follow her life-changing and transformational ideas. Sister, your august presence on ICC platform at a time when we are exposed to a crisis of such humongous proportions is truly a matter of honor for all of us. We are grateful for your presence today. To set the tone for today's discussion, I would like to share my thoughts on the uncertainties during these difficult times. Ever since the pandemic hit India in 2020, most of us have not had it easy. COVID-19 pandemic has made us realize how much we have neglected our mental and spiritual health in pursuit of materialistic happiness over the years. I firmly believe that as a society, the need of the hour is to find the right work-life balance. Like all of you, I'm eager to listen to Sister Shivani's motivational and encouraging words, which will guide us in the right direction. Sister, as you have rightly said, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. We sincerely hope that after listening to you today, our belief in your saying will become stronger than ever, and we will weather all storms in future with renewed hope, positivity, and energy. With these words, I once again welcome all our eminent guests and request Sister Shivani to address the gathering. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Om Shanti and Namaskar. I'm sure on a daily basis, we all meditate and pray for everyone that's going through the process of healing right now. But while we are on this platform together, it's good to take a minute to do it together, because collective vibrations create a deep impact and they radiate to all the souls whom we want to send that energy. So let's take a minute of silence, connect to the divine power, and bring on the screen of your mind each one who is going through the journey of healing right now. Connecting to the supreme power, I, the soul, radiate peace and power to each one's mind. Our vibrations strengthen their mind. This vibration reaches their body and speeds up the process of healing. We radiate blessings to all the souls who left their body and moved forward on another journey. And pure wishes to all the families who are waiting for their family members to be perfect and be with them. And gratitude and blessings to each one who is serving tirelessly, selflessly. Om Shanti. Since last year, end of March, we've been saying how to deal with this uncertainty of an epidemic. Yes, the epidemic came suddenly. We were not prepared for it. Situation was not the way we wanted it to be. But let's go to a year before that. That means let's go to 2019. Because 2020 and 21, we've got one common factor on which we put our finger and we say, everything that I'm feeling here is because of this COVID. This COVID has created all the chaos in our life. Yes, there is a lot of upheaval. But let's go to the year before that, so that we take responsibility of what we are thinking and feeling and saying. Because today it's COVID. Few months down the line, COVID will be a closed chapter. But there could be something else then. And we keep on living our life saying, I'm feeling like this because of this situation, then I'm feeling like this because of this situation. How long will we keep blaming people and situations for how we are feeling? We don't know what's in store for us. 1st of January 2021, everybody was so happy. Everybody was happy that 2020 came to an end. And we thought, okay, finally that terrible year, which we called the terrible year, was over. And we said a very beautiful year is ahead of us. Did we know that a tougher year was standing before us? Today, when we look back, we say, oh, 2020 was better than this. It was not what is happening today. So we don't know what 2022 has in store for us. Even if it's not on a global or a national level, There can be a situation in my personal life, in my professional life, in my family life. I have to be prepared for what is going to happen outside in my life, because what's going to happen outside is uncertain. It always was uncertain. It's not that it's uncertain today. It was always uncertain. Even if you leave in the morning for work, even if you're very sure that it always takes you 30 minutes to reach your office, even if your GPS is showing that morning that it's going to take you 30 minutes, while you're 10 minutes down on the journey, suddenly something can happen and your GPS will say, sorry, now it's going to take you another 45 minutes. Uncertain. You were very certain you will reach in 30 minutes, and suddenly there is a situation, and now you are saying you will be 30 minutes late. How does the mind respond to that uncertainty? Let's look at those small things. Let's not look at this big one, because this just does not say that, oh, I can take charge. But what about those tiny ones? Those ones which we were not prepared for. And then when the GPS suddenly announces that I'm going to get 1 hour late for my meeting or for my flight or for whatever commitment I had, how did my mind respond that day to that little situation, which is in no comparison to what we're going through right now, but that little situation which was not my way? So every time something is not my way, which may be a situation, which may be a person's behavior, which may be the way of working of somebody, which may be the health of my body. I go for an annual checkup and suddenly I see something in my blood report. I'm like, when did this happen? I was feeling perfect. It's uncertain. It just suddenly came up before me. How did my mind respond? So even if we go back to 2019, I think most of the time we were blaming people and situations for how we were feeling. And so our vocabulary said, I'm angry because of so and so. I'm irritated because of so and so situation. I'm upset because of this. I'm worried because of this. And I'm happy because of this. So whether it was good or bad, healthy or unhealthy, whatever I was feeling here was on something outside. This is a life of a victim. This is a life of a victim who is completely dependent on situations and people's behavior. This is emotional dependence. We need to hold on to that word. It's emotional dependence. Every corporate and industry, they say we want people with high EQ. They always said, but since last year they've been saying it even more. We need people who are emotionally intelligent, emotionally stronger. Emotional quotient is high. So what would be the meaning of emotional quotient is high? The first factor for a high emotional quotient is they cannot be emotionally dependent. They cannot be dependent on people and situations, because then we would always want the world to be perfect. For me here to be stable, to be calm, to be powerful, to be positive, I would need the world to be perfect. That's a very low emotional quotient. If I react every time something is not my way, that's a low emotional quotient. What would be a leadership quality? A leadership quality would be crisis outside. Everything seems to be going wrong, and very calm and stable inside. Unless the leader is calm and stable, how will the leader look for a solution in the crisis? How will the leader empower their teams and their family? How will they hold on everyone together while they are crossing through that crisis? How will the captain of the ship take charge of the ship if the captain of the ship keeps shifting according to the wave? It's not possible. So the sea may be turbulent, but the captain has to be rock stable if he's going to take charge of the ship and everybody on the ship. So that's leadership quality. So leadership quality would be, first thing, emotionally independent. Emotionally independent. And this is the truth. It's just that we're not aware of it. So what is emotional independence? Here is the situation and here is my mind. Let's be very clear, the situation or the people cannot get into my mind and create my thoughts and feelings. They cannot. They're just a stimulus. The stimulus may not be favorable, but it still cannot get into my mind and create my feelings. Even your spouse cannot get into your mind and create your feelings. He or she can stand there and say and do whatever they feel is right. Your children cannot get into your mind and create your emotions and feelings. They can be here. They can be very obedient or they cannot obey you at all. They may be very polite or they may be very disrespectful. They are here, they are outside, they are a stimulus. How we respond is going to be our choice. Different parents will respond differently. Same parent to two different children will respond differently. Same parent on two different days with the same child will respond differently. So the response is created here. So from today, let's finish one thing. Let's stop blaming people and situations for our thoughts, our feelings, our words and behavior. That's not leadership quality. A leader cannot be blaming and live a life of a victim. A leader will say, yes, this is the situation, but I am the creator of my thoughts. So from today, a little shift in our vocabulary. We cannot say, I'm feeling like this because of. The finger cannot go outside. We're very clear stimulus is there, but I'm feeling like this because I am creating those feelings. Simple. Because that's the truth. It's not something new. It is the truth. We are creating the feelings. If the stimulus was creating the feelings, then the same stimulus would create the same feelings in everybody. But that does not happen. Let's say a child is going through a situation. A husband and a wife also do not create the same response. They too create two different responses. Sometimes one can be very relaxed and the other can panic. And then they have a conflict with each other. It's like, how can you be relaxed? And the other person says, why are you panicking so much? Why are two people responding differently to the same situation? Situation is of the same magnitude for both, but for one, they are calm and relaxed. The other is panicking because it's not dependent on the situation. It's dependent on their emotional stamina, their emotional fitness. Last 2-3 decades, we worked very hard on our physical fitness. So every 2-3 kilometers, there will be gyms, there will be jogging tracks, there will be laughing clubs, there will be everything for physical fitness. But what did we do for emotional fitness? Nothing. Because we thought our emotions were because of the situation. What do I have to do about it? So from today, whether it is a traffic jam or whether it's COVID, the extent of the situation doesn't matter. The equation is that I am creating my thoughts and feelings. And I have a choice which feeling to create. I have a choice. Now, when we create thoughts and emotions like stress, anxiety, fear, jealousy, we are calling them as normal. And why we're calling them as normal is because the world is calling them as normal. Society call them as normal. And we didn't even call them normal. We said they're necessary. Corporate says stress is necessary. And then they will have workshop like stress management. So we're not very clear what we want, whether stress is necessary or whether we want to manage stress or whether we want to finish stress. Any emotion which creates a little discomfort here and then also creates a discomfort in my body. Nowadays, everybody has an oximeter. So very simple. Tomorrow, Sunday, in case you get angry about anything, just pick up that oximeter and just check it immediately. And then use the same oximeter on the person whom you shouted at and see who is the one who got affected. The one who created anger or the one on whom the anger was inflicted. It's not the person who receives the energy. It's the person who creates the energy who goes through the discomfort. And discomfort to the extent that the body also gets uncomfortable. How can we call that emotion as normal where the body has also responded? When we are stressed, our pulse changes. Sometimes our hands start sweating. Sometimes heartbeat is different. Sometimes stomach feels uneasy. Sometimes mouth dries up before a public talk. How can any of these things be normal? So second equation, let's not call uncomfortable emotions as normal. They are not normal. If we call them as normal, we allow ourselves to create them. We even teach our children, this is normal, this is normal. We will ask them before the exam, aren't you tensed today? They'll say no. We'll say, how can you not be tensed? It's not normal like that. So we teach them how to get stressed. And then by the time they reach their board exams, we tell them, now don't get stressed tomorrow. Okay, they'll say, but I'm getting very stressed. Say, no, don't get stressed. Your performance will get affected. We taught them to get stressed. We taught them that that was normal. We taught them fear was normal. So first, I am the creator of my emotion. Second, which one is normal? The definition of normal is very important. Everything is based on what is normal. Today, see COVID. Check your fever, check your oxygen. We know which one is normal. Then a little lesser than that, we need to take the next medicine. A little lesser than that, we need to take the oxygen. Little lesser than that, we have. It's very clear. Everything is based on what somebody told us. This figure is normal. Normal is a very, very important word. Very, very important word. So, if we as a society say stress, anger, jealousy, fear, worry, comparison, competition normal, then together millions of us are creating it. And when millions together create a low vibrational energy, and not once in a while, but almost on a daily basis, then you see what's going to be the energy in the environment. We are living in an environment where there are low vibrational energies in the atmosphere. We are able to check air pollution, but we don't check the emotional pollution. What is the pollution? What must be the vibration of the country right now? It's vibrating with fear and anxiety. Even the water we drink would have fear and anxiety because the city is vibrating with those vibrations. Because the minute COVID information came, we said fear and anxiety is normal. The first line that was given to us, take care, don't panic. Repeatedly, every phone call, every message, take care, don't panic, take care, don't panic. Within 1 week, we learned how to take care. Don't panic, we ignored that. We said, aise kaise, don't panic. Matlab, usko to we ignored it completely because panic is normal. So which one is normal and which one is unnatural? Let's start calling these uncomfortable emotions as an emotional illness. ये एक बीमारी है. It's an emotional illness. It's not a mental health issue. It's not a physical health issue, but it is an emotional health issue. And emotional health issues only create mental health issues. And they also largely create physical health issues. We are very high on depression and anxiety, not just because of COVID. Even before COVID, we were very high on depression. And corporate and industry sector largely affected. Very high rates of depression because of emotional illness being called as normal. So if I don't change myself on the emotional level, it will lead to a mental health issue. So now COVID is an eye-opener for us to understand that when there is a pandemic outside, or when there is chaos outside, or when there is crisis outside, what is needed for the human mind? We need to be calm and stable in a crisis. A child needs to be calm and stable before an exam. We know that. So fear and anxiety is not normal. So let's prepare 2 lists, and then you can keep adding to this list tomorrow on a Sunday. Stress or peace, anger or compassion, complaining or gratitude, comparison or self-respect, criticism or appreciation, fear or faith, and most important, competition or cooperation. Even a nursery kid is taught life is a competition. How can life be a competition? How can we be in a race always? How can we? How will we be happy if we are in the race always? Then everyone around us is a threat because we are all in a race. Life was about sharing, caring, and cooperation. So belief systems need to be changed. Definitions of normal. We create all these uncomfortable emotions and then we say, I want happiness, I want love, I want peace, I want respect. It's like being ill and saying, I want health. If I want health, I have to create it. It's not going to come from anywhere else. It's not going to come from all those things we buy to be happy. We buy to be happy. We achieve to be happy. We work hard to be happy. Nothing can give happiness. None of these things can give happiness. The only happiness we can create is when we respond right in every situation and conserve our energy here. Conserve our energy here. Now visualize this like a little battery here. First, we need to charge this battery every morning, which we don't do. But let's assume it's charged in the morning, fully charged. Now I have to take care that I keep it charged during the day. So that on the normal days when we go to work, when I come home in the evening to my family, this battery should be charged. Unless every parent comes home in the evening with this battery charged, we will not be able to create emotionally strong children. We will not. These are epidemics which, yes, they're difficult, but there is medicine, there is solution, and we will take charge of the solution. But if we don't take care of the lifestyle that we are leading and the lifestyle that our children are leading because of that, we will create epidemics for which there will be no medicine. There will be no medicine for that. We need to create a generation which is emotionally strong, not a generation who panics before a board exam, not a generation who needs to take anti-anxiety medicine before a board exam. When? Rewind your life. We've all given board exams, and I think tougher board exams than what children are giving today. Today, it's become all very easy. One exam they gave, then 5 days holiday, then one exam. We've all given the tougher ones. Did we have anyone in our school or in our class taking anti-anxiety medicine before an exam? No. Then what has happened right now? Life has become so comfortable. Then why is this happening? Because every parent reaching home in the evening is not reaching with their battery fully charged. And if a parent reaches home with the battery depleted, then every battery connected to that parent is going to get depleted. But you ask any parent why your child is, say no, because too much of competition in school. Illusion. That's not the cause of their anxiety and fear. They are not emotionally energized on a daily basis by their parents. So as a corporate and industry, it is our role and responsibility. This is actually corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility: send happy parents home every evening. Send calm, stable, powerful, happy parents home every evening, so that 10 years later, the generation who joins your organization is high EQ generation. It has to be a high EQ generation. Nobody else can teach it. No school, no university will be able to teach EQ. Nobody can teach it. Have any amount of life skill classes, no one can teach emotional quotient. Nobody can teach. It has to be radiated to a child by the parents. Look at all the sanskars we got from our grandparents and parents. But this generation has been working very hard, very hard. We're working harder than our parents, I think. But we are working very hard to give our children everything that we did not get. So I meet a lot of parents saying, मुझे अपने बच्चे को सब कुछ देना है, सब कुछ जो मुझे नहीं मिला था. So we want to give our children everything we did not get. But we also have to give them everything we got. Everything we got from our parents and grandparents, we have to give to our children. Because everything that we can buy, even they will be able to buy when they grow up. They will be able to buy it. But over here, probably they will not be able to get it afterwards if we don't give it to them right now. India is number 1 in depression in the world. Nothing to do with COVID in 2019. In 2019. Is this the parameter of success? Is this called success? And not depression in the age group of 35, 40, 45. I go to schools and children in those exhibitions and models which they create, they talk about depression. They talk about mindfulness. And I'm like, why are you all talking about mindfulness and meditation and depression? They say, no, we also go through all this and we don't know who to ask. We to search online. If they're going to go through this in school, have we ever thought what they will do when they are in the corporate sector? How will they face those challenges? So stress is a simple formula. Pressure divided by resilience. Pressures are high. COVID is a pressure. Traffic jam is also a pressure. But stress is not equal to pressure. We are ignoring the denominator. Denominator is resilience, inner power. This battery. Pressure, not in my control. So that is uncertain. So uncertain and probably will always be uncertain. It's going to be uncertain. Denominator, completely in my control, and it will always be certain. That's the guarantee I have to take. But today we say, no, my mind is not in my control. I'm sorry I said this, I didn't mean to say it. Sometimes something is in my hand and I'm throwing it like this. So leave uncertainty of situations. Only take certainty of your thoughts, feelings, words, and behavior. I am the master of this body. I should know what I think, what I speak, how I behave. I have to take responsibility of that. Pressure divided by resilience. For stress to be low or stress to be over, one of these two has to be in our control. Either the numerator be low, life is perfect. But numerator doesn't seem to be low, and I don't think it will get lower. Is the traffic going to get lesser next year? No, it's not. Build any number of highways, we still are in a traffic jam. So numerator is not going to reduce. Can the denominator be increased? Completely. And that's where stress will finish. No stress management, stress finishing. It's no point living with an illness and managing it. We heal our mind. So second thing is, stop calling uncomfortable emotions as normal. Never call it normal. Never call it normal. Your child will learn that it is normal. Teach your child cooperation is normal, caring and sharing is normal. Feeling happy when your classmate gets more marks is very normal. Don't ask them, how was your exam today? They say this. How was everybody else's? Don't ask them that question. Don't let them grow up believing that my performance is in reference to other people's performance. We have to tell them self-respect. It's only in reference to ourselves. And we are very happy when your classmates get good marks, rather than saying, how come they got more than you? See, they don't know all these things. We teach them all these things. And later on, then it's also a part of their belief system. Competition is not normal. Cooperation is normal. We will have to shift to this normal if we want to be happy, we want to be healthy, we want to get back our relationships in harmony on a strong foundation, not have couples saying we don't want to live together and ask them why you don't want to live together. They say, just, we don't want to live. What is the reason? Just, I don't want to live with this person. This is not where we want to head. And we definitely want an environment which is in harmony with human beings. That will only happen when every human mind goes back to the actual normal. Normal. So second is to know what is normal. Third is how to create this normal now. How to create this normal. Simple, basic lifestyle changes. Very simple. Nothing new and nothing difficult. Very, very simple lifestyle changes. And largely, why I'm saying this today, because it's corporate sector platform, largely in the hand of this segment of society. Largely, because a huge population of the country is with you. So if the corporate sector changes a little bit of the ways how we work, millions of people's lives are going to change. And then millions of children are going to change because of that. One simple thing. Everyone should have the right time of when they go to sleep and when they wake up. Because our sleep cycle has a deep impact on our emotional health, mental health, physical health. All three are in crisis today. All three are in crisis. Simple thing, sleep right. Sleep right. But you ask anybody sleep right, they say, कैसे सोए? आते ही 8-9 बजे तक है, फिर थोड़ा सा टाइम, अभी क्यों 8-9 बजे तक आते हैं? अच्छा, फिर आ भी गए, उसके बाद भी फोन आ जाता है, उसके बाद भी ईमेल करने को बोलते हैं, उसके बाद भी. When work from home happened, everybody thought, wow, after a long time, I got what I wanted. I can spend time with my family. And everyone was very happy in the month of April. By the end of April, every webinar where I was, everyone was like, please tell us how to manage work from home. You know, what is there to manage in work from home? You should be happy, no traveling, nothing. They said our organization just doesn't leave us. At least when we were going to office, once we came home, we were at home. Now though they expect us to do anything, anytime, subah nahi, raat nahi, what? So what to do? Who's responsible? Who is responsible for giving so much pain to so many people and so many families? They are in pain. They are literally in pain. And all their vibrations of pain, where is it going to reach? It's going to reach the organization. It's going to reach the organization. Human resources means people need to be happy. Work is one part of our life. Let us remember, if we make work one part of our life, everything will be perfect. But since the time we got technology and we started achieving things very, 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 very fast, work is our life. Work is our life. Our sleep revolves around our work. Our eating revolves around our work. Our family get together revolves. So work is everything. Everything else is like, if I get time, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll leave that also. So if that happens, then we've lost the balance. We've completely lost the balance. So let's get back to work being one part of a life. Very important part of life, but one part of life. So if everybody in your organization could sleep early, then you are going to have very, very creative, intuitive, healthy minds and healthy bodies coming the next morning to work. We think this affects our productivity. Yes, this does. In the long run, you will be more productive because stressed, tired, fatigued minds are creating so much wonders. So happy, healthy minds, what will they create? Just think what they will create. These are tired minds. In the morning, if you're at a traffic signal, you should just look at everybody's faces in the car. They look tired early in the morning at 8 o'clock. People are falling off to sleep in the flight at 8 o'clock. How can anybody sleep at 8 o'clock in the morning? How can anybody go off to sleep at 8 o'clock in the morning? They are tired and fatigued. This is our sign because we're not sleeping right. Because we are sleeping at 12, 1, and before sleeping also, we are checking emails, we are answering business calls, we are writing messages. So when we go to sleep, only our body sleeps. Our mind has lots to think about. Our mind has lots to think about. So if you want productivity and enhance your productivity, then get happy, energized, creative, intuitive people to work tomorrow morning. For that, they need to go to sleep by 10. And if they need to go to sleep by 10, at least by 8, they need to disconnect from work over here in their mind. In their mind. You know, when we did not have technology, we did not have stress, anxiety, depression also. Why? Because when we reached home, there was no way anybody could contact us. So once at home, we were at home. On a Sunday, we were at home. On a Diwali, we were at home. So if somebody reached home even by 6 o'clock in the evening, till next day 9 o'clock, nobody could contact them. That was what made life very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. So for about 15 hours. 15 hours, the mind was not at work. That's what gave the mind rest, recharge, energize for the next day. Ask yourself, when was the last time your mind was not at work for 15 hours at a stretch? 15 hours. Aaj to, even if you wake up in the middle of the night at 2 or 3 for a glass of water, you'll check your phone. Koi email, koi message. That's it. That is the simple reason which is the cause of most of our issues. So we can use the benefit of technology and yet take care that we don't harm ourselves. That's the balance. The balance is not work-life balance. The balance is about how to manage work the right way. Life is perfect. Life में कोई problem नहीं है. So if we create a culture in our organization that after 8 o'clock, let's say it's a normal organization which works in the day, after 8 o'clock, we will not communicate for work. We will not, unless there is a crisis. And crisis is only once in a while. Apart from that, from 8 in the night to 8 in the morning, we will not communicate for work. And this is not just for your employees, it's first for you. It's first for the leader of the organization to disconnect from work at least 2 hours before we go to sleep. Because this mind is in the beta plus stage, which is about 70,000 thoughts we create in a day, about 35 thoughts in a minute. If I go to sleep in a beta plus stage, then only the body sleeps. The mind is not able to sleep. In some countries, the most selling medicine is the sleeping pill. If we don't take care, we will also become that. Why am I not able to sleep natural? Because my mind is thinking too much. It's thinking too much. If I disconnect from work 2 hours before I sleep, this will get those 2 hours to slow down. Sort out everything by 8 o'clock and here, sleep. Don't discuss some business before going to sleep. How will your mind sleep after that? But because the body goes to sleep, we thought we slept. If we had slept, then we would never be sleeping on flights, in cars. We would never be sleeping in the daytime. That's a simple sign we are sleep deprived. Sleep deprivation is another illness. It's an illness. So disconnect 2 hours before sleeping. Disconnect 1 hour before sleeping from all other media, which means news, movies, serials, any violence, anything which stimulates the mind, basically. Even a book which stimulates the mind, even a newspaper. Consume only that which slows down the mind. So use the last hour for yourself, to listen to something which is soothing, to read something which is soothing, to do something which is soothing, any hobby, anything, relaxing time. It's for mental health. It's for physical health. It's for beautiful relationships. And most important is, when we create this culture in the house, the children will learn that culture gradually. Otherwise, they are to sleeping at 1 and 2 and whatever, all those times. So we have to go back to that culture. These technology came for our comfort. It did not come for our life to go all ups and downs. So use the technology, but don't become a slave to it. Use it with the knowledge what is right for me, what is not right for me. Last few months back, I was with someone on a webinar, again corporate sector, and there was a doctor. And she said to everybody, she was talking about diabetes, and she said to everybody, sleep by 10 o'clock if you want to heal your pancreas. And everyone looked at her like that. And she said, so? And they said, like, huh? And she said, not possible? They said, no, not possible. And she said, okay, never mind, live with your diabetes. Simple. It's simple. She said, live with your diabetes. It's very simple. Simple. Because there is a time when the body is going to heal, when every organ of the body is going to heal. 10 to 2 is the highest energy time to sleep. If I lose any hour out of these 4 hours, I've lost the best time. Everything has a best time. It's not sleep any time for 6 hours. It's sleep at the right time. What is 4 o'clock called? 4 a.m. is called Brahm Muhurat. It is called Amrit Vela. What is the meaning of that? Vela means time. Amrit. It is the time which is the highest vibration time. Shouldn't a leader be awake at that time? And that's why at least now some people have started the 5 a.m. leadership club. That means you want to be successful, wake up early. But then to wake up early, you have to first sleep early. You can't just wake up early. Otherwise, there'll be another illness. Sleep late and wake up early. Sleep early. If you sleep at 10, nobody needs to wake you up at 4 and 5. It will come natural, without an alarm. So first thing needed for emotional and mental health and for successful leadership is the right sleeping pattern. Right sleeping pattern. 10 to 4 or 10 to 5, that's the time to sleep. And most important is preparing for the right sleep. 2 hours before, disconnect from work. 1 hour before, disconnect from any turbulent media, which is most of the normal media. First thing in the morning now. Now we are awake at 4 or 4:30, 5. First thing in the morning. We don't open our eyes and look at the phone because we're not supposed to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're not supposed to give our mind something to think at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. The mind is like a blotting paper. When we wake up, this blotting paper is absolutely clean. The first layer of information that will go on this blotting paper, it will absorb. And it will go deep into the subconscious. So this is the time for creative thinking, intuitive thinking, for energizing, for charging this battery. For charging this battery is that early morning time. So if you want to energize your mind, at least for an hour when we wake up, we don't look at our phones. We don't look at our phones. If there's any crisis, somebody will call. If anybody's just messaging, it's not urgent. It's not urgent. We definitely don't look at the world news. We don't look at the financial market at 5 o'clock in the morning. We don't look at our work emails at 5 o'clock in the morning because we don't want to consume the world. We want to energize ourselves and empower the world. Don't want to consume energy, radiate energy. We're leaders. So first thing in the morning, we don't look at our phones. The room where you sleep should not have any technology. So phones, laptops, iPads, Wi-Fi, all this should be out of the room where you sleep because it has a very deep impact on the mind and the brain and the body. So our rooms should be E-free. Nothing electronic in the room, of all that we use. Now, first thing in the morning when we wake up, we start the morning with a few affirmations. Start the morning first with gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude to the supreme power. Gratitude to the mind and body for being healthy. Gratitude to people. Gratitude to your work. There's so much to be grateful for. So we shift our mind to the highest vibration first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. Now, second thing. Actually, we begin our morning with meditation. Meditation means charging this battery. So for that, we can learn the meditation. We need to learn meditation. Otherwise, we believe it's very difficult till we learn how to do it. Till we learn how to do it, we will just create a few thoughts, which we call as affirmations. Thoughts which we want should manifest, because our thoughts manifest. Our thoughts manifest. So let's create thoughts which we want our reality to be. Instead of saying stress is normal, if I say stress is normal many times, it will become normal because it will manifest. Instead of that, I create an affirmation, I'm always happy. Not I want happiness. If I create a thought I want happiness, then I'm always wanting. I am always happy. Instead of creating a thought, what if COVID happens to me? I create an affirmation, my body is perfect and healthy and will always be. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of thinking. So think that what you want to create reality. Don't think that what you are seeing in reality. You're seeing a lot of COVID, but create a thought, my body is perfect and healthy. So let's take a few affirmations which you can use for the next 2 to 3 months and make them your reality. 1, I am a powerful being. Powerful being, which means I don't get affected by people and situations. I'm calm and stable. I choose my response. I'm powerful, high vibration. I am a powerful being. I'm always happy. Always happy. I am fearless. There's a lot of fear in the air. We have to protect ourselves from that. I'm fearless. 4th, I am a giver. A leader has to be a giver. A leader can never be like this. I want. Subtle, I want. Not physical, subtle. I want respect. I want appreciation. I want name and fame. No, I'm here to give to the world. I'm not here to take from the world. I'm here to give to the world. So I'm a giver. 5th, my body is perfectly healthy and will always be. 6th, my family is perfect and healthy and will always be. Never creating a thought of worry and doubt for them. Bless them with your affirmation. You're perfect and healthy and will always be. My organization, every member is perfect, happy and healthy, safe and secure. Early morning, you're sending this vibration to everybody. Then create a vision. Divine light surrounds me. God's power and blessings is a circle of protection around me. Envelop yourself with the highest vibrational energy first thing in the morning. I accept people as they are, and people accept me as I am. Acceptance is a fundamental feeling for relationships. Unnatural is expectations. Acceptance. Acceptance is stability and calm. And then create an affirmation for your organization, for your business, that you have to create. That you have to create. Everyone is saying business economy, upar, niche, ye, wo. Don't take all that. You create an affirmation for your business. Because what you think, don't look logical. What you think, and you repeat many times, and it will become your belief. Within a few months or a few days or a year, it will become your reality. That is certain. We all know the power of affirmations and visualizations in the outer world. Actors use it, sports people use it, doctors use it, leaders use it to create miracles in the outer world. We create miracles here with affirmation. Powerful being, happy always, fearless, giver always, always a giver, perfectly healthy body, family perfect healthy, every member of my organization safe and secure. I accept people, people accept me, and affirmation for your organization, for your business. What is it that you want to see in the reality? You put it there, it has already happened. Success is certain for me. Abundance is my reality. Since last year, we've been talking a lot about lack. Abundance. Abundance is a reality. So first thing in the morning, till you learn meditation, you say these affirmations and you visualize them for at least 5-10 minutes. Let this programming start happening over here. Then at least 30 minutes of a healthy emotional diet, which means watch, read, or listen to that what you want to become. Content which is full of purity, peace, love, acceptance, gratitude, compassion, that kind of content, because that's who I have to become. That's where spiritual study comes in, or a self-transformation book, or a positive video or audio. Something very pure should go first thing on the blotting paper before the world information is going to come there. So that's the foundation. Foundation is always that which is not visible, but your whole life stands on that foundation. Foundation has to be very strong. Please put it up somewhere in your house. What we watch, read, listen is who we become. What has happened in the last few years is only what we watch, read, listen has become all too much of content. Too much of content. So take care. Restrict what you watch, read, listen. When we keep doing like this, it's not time pass. It's toxic. It's toxic. It's creating a personality. Ego, lust, greed, jealousy, violence, fear, competition, pulling people down, ridiculing. All this that we are reading, it's who we are becoming. This is the reason why that battery is going. And this is having a deep impact on children, because they are doing it at a very young age. So what we started now, they are starting it when they are kids. So you cannot visualize even what that impact is going to be 20 years from today. What they are consuming, what's the vocabulary, what's the culture, what's the belief, what's every word that they are consuming. They are becoming that. Then they talk like that, they dress up like that, they eat like, everything will become like that. We will not be able to undo it. We will not. So we have to take care now. So morning and night, two most important times to take care of this. During the day, pause once in a while to repeat your affirmation. It takes only 10 seconds. Only 10 seconds. When you go to sleep, your last thought before you go to sleep should be the affirmation. 10 minutes before you sleep, again put something very positive on your blotting paper. Write out what happened during the day. Resolve any issues here. Don't go to sleep with clutter on your mind. Something happened during the day, some interaction which was not right. Forgive people. Ask for forgiveness. If you were harsh with somebody at work, ask for forgiveness in the night before you sleep in your mind. Even if you can't say sorry to them, you can say sorry to them in your mind. Radiate to them. You know why? They will become peaceful over there before going to sleep. If they sleep peacefully, then you will be able to sleep peacefully at home. Otherwise, all their vibrations of pain will come reaching to you. So say sorry to them in your mind. Then next day, the chances of you getting angry with anybody will also reduce, because you'll have not too many people to say sorry to in the night every day. So then next day you'll say, better है गुस्सा ही नहीं करो सारा दिन में, तो रात को sorry नहीं बोलना पड़ेगा किसी को. People's vibrations reach us. They don't let us be at peace otherwise. So these two times are very important. And say your affirmations as the last thing before you sleep. Last thought should be affirmation. When you close your eyes, say your affirmations till you fall off to sleep. 6 hours, your affirmation will get processed into your subconscious. And that's the vibration which radiates everywhere. Experiment with the sattvic diet. It's very healthy for the mind and for the body both. Gone is the era when we used to say doctors are saying non-veg is healthy. Now they are also not saying that. They are also saying diabetes, hypertension, cardiac issues, some cancers, largely to do with animal product diet. Vibration. We are what we eat. So vibration of the food, not just nutrition of the food. Vibration. Animal in a slaughterhouse. Go and see the video. Hatred, anger, hurt, fear, panic, violence, death. That cannot be health. Death cannot give health. It can give proteins, cannot give health. So it has a deep impact on the mind, and it's very heavy for the body. Very heavy. So do a 6-month experiment of a vegetarian diet. You're going to feel very light. Very, very light. Very, very intuitive here. Whenever you're having a meal, no phone or TV. No phone or TV with meals. No business lunches and dinners. No business meeting while eating. So eating is a ritual. It's for energizing the mind and body. It takes only 10-15 minutes. Eat and then have the business meeting. Have the business meeting and then eat. But don't have food before you on the dining table and keep talking business. No, the food absorbs everything that we are talking. Even when having a meal with family, don't discuss problems. Never discuss problems on the dining table. It absorbs everything. And then the vibration of the food starts becoming the predominant thought. So no phones and TVs while eating. And just before you begin a meal, 10-second silence, gratitude, affirmation. Affirmation into the food. If you put your affirmation into the food, it will become your normal way of thinking. It won't be an affirmation after some time. It will become your normal way of thinking. And you want to manifest it faster, affirmation before every glass of water. Water absorbs vibrations the most. And 70% of our body is water. So if water goes into our body with high vibrations, it's very easy to become that in reality. Right now, water is vibrating with fear and anxiety. If you just pick up a glass of water and drink like this, you don't know, but you have absorbed anxiety. You have absorbed anxiety. You may be feeling fine before that, and suddenly after an hour you're going to say, पता नहीं, ऐसे ही डर लगने लग गया. कोई रीजन ही नहीं है डरने का. घर बैठे बैठे डर लग रहा है. पानी पिया है. शहर का पानी पिया है. इसलिए लोग कहते हैं, कौन से शहर का पानी पिया है आपने और कौन से घर का नमक खाया है आपने, क्योंकि that's who you become. जिस शहर का आप पानी पीते हैं और जिस घर का आप नमक खाते हैं, because पानी and namak absorbs vibrations and the sanskars become like that. So very very simple lifestyle habits हम आज रात से ही शुरू कर सकते हैं. They are so simple and even children can start doing them, and very soon that denominator, inner resilience, going to go very very high. Stress will be a forgotten thing. There can be a crisis outside, but you will be very calm and stable. And when the leader is calm and stable, everyone is safe. Everyone is safe. Family also and organization also. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Sister, thank you for an extremely enlightening and optimistic session. Today, we all are facing a challenging time in our lives. And just listening to you and practices you recommended gives all of us so much positivity and encouragement to face life confidently. Truly, your words are therapeutic for both our mental and physical well-being. Sister, for the benefit of ICC and all of us here, I have a small query. How does one practice mindfulness in our daily lives?
What is mindfulness actually? Mindful means not actually that we become thoughtless, because we're not going to become thoughtless. Mindful means to be mindful of what we are thinking. You know, like when somebody says a wrong word, what do we say to them? We say, be mindful of what you're saying. You know, we say, be mindful. What are you saying? It's like, सोच के सोचो. हम लोगों को बोलते हैं सोच के बोलो. You know, सोच के बोलो. क्या बोल रहे हो आप? Be mindful of what you're speaking. Similarly, be mindful of what you're thinking. And which means all those uncomfortable emotions that we were thinking, we should not be creating. But just by saying we should not be creating, it doesn't happen. So if I decide today I don't want to get angry, it won't happen. I'll still get angry. It's same like I decide to be healthy, it won't happen. I have to do something to be healthy. I will have to get up in the morning. I will have to exercise. I will change my diet. I have to do something to get healthy. I cannot get healthy just by having a desire to be healthy. Similarly, I cannot be happy and calm and relaxed and be mindful of my every thought. When you energize yourself in the morning, mindful is actually opposite of overthinking. Overthinking. A lot of us experience overthinking. बहुत ज़्यादा मन सोचता है, बंद ही नहीं होता. A large reason of overthinking is first content consumption. Just experiment for 1 month. Restrict content consumption. How many newspapers are there on your table? How much time are you with the newspaper? channel. We want to know what's happening in the world. It's very easy to find out what's happening in the world. But we don't need to consume all that news with all those emotions and that shouting and screaming and pulling each other down. It all goes in. It creates our personality. It creates our personality. And the highest TRP of all news channels is early morning and late night. Both those times when it's not a right time for the human mind. That. So if we just change these little things, this overthinking will stop. So our mind will come to its normal speed of thinking. And when it comes to its normal speed of thinking, and you are putting positive content on your mind, first thing in the morning for 20-30 minutes and 5-10 minutes in the night before sleeping, speed will slow down. And when speed slows down, quality is right. And you will be knowing what am I. You will pick up a newspaper or listen to the news, and you will read that another business house which is in the same business as you has suddenly got some deal and they've done very well, and then you will read that and you will create few thoughts. But you know what? You will be mindful. You will come to know. Say, I shouldn't be thinking like that. I can change my thought. Let me send blessings to them. They have done very well. We be aware of that. That's mindful. So we will create the wrong thought, but we will be able to see it that we are creating it, and we will be able to change it immediately. And very soon we're going to start changing our personality. It comes very natural, actually. Simple, these lifestyle changes, this comes very natural. Very natural.
Thank you, Sister, for sharing your words of wisdom. I'm sure it will help all of us. And Sister, if we have time, can we take some questions from our committee members, please?
Hanji, Hanji.
Anybody would like to?
I think it's there in chat.
Yeah, we have a few questions in the chat. Yeah.
I'll just take one, which is the last one, because it's because of COVID. It's like, what kind of a thought a person should create who's in COVID? Okay, I'll send you the link of the meditation we just posted yesterday for COVID, what affirmations they should do if they have COVID. So you can share that with everybody. But simple things again, I am powerful. So we're going to create everything that's opposite of what we are right now, okay? So I am powerful, I am happy, I'm relaxed. My body is perfectly healthy. My powerful vibration is radiating to every cell of the body. The COVID is not able to stay in front of my power. It just finishes when my power reaches that. God's power is with me, and I'm radiating that into every cell of my body. Visualize the COVID virus just getting disappeared over there when your powerful laser beam vibration reaches there. Like we do it with a video game and we see the enemy falling down. Na? The same thing we do with radiating that vibration to the body, and you see that virus finishing. You create an affirmation. My throat is perfect. My oxygen is 98. My lungs are perfect. I'm breathing normal. Create all those affirmations and then create a scene. I'm with family. Everyone's back together. We are safe. So create all those thoughts of we want the reality to be, and create it many times in the day. Please use the power of your mind in everything that we do. The world calls it miracles, but actually it's not miracle. It's just using a power which we have. Today we do the opposite. We say मेरा गला दर्द हो रहा है. हाँ हो रहा है, but बार बार नहीं बोलो उस बात को. मेरा गला दर्द हो रहा है, मेरा गला दर्द. जितनी बार हम बोलेंगे ना वो, so that vibration, that affirmation is going to that, and it's going to increase. मेरा गला perfect है, मेरा गला perfect है. You're sending. One healing is through the medicine, the other healing is through the power of the mind. And that's why same disease, same doctors, same medicine, two patients respond differently, depending on how's the state of mind of the two patients. Some people come out of a major complication on which the doctors have given up, and some people, simple case, create complications, because how simple or complicated is the mind. So use the power of the mind in healing COVID or any other disease.
Thank you, Sister, for answering this query. And I believe today's session was very inspirational for all of us. And I can fully understand what Sister Shivani meant when she said some time back, like when I is replaced by we, even illness become wellness. I'm sure we all agree with this. Heartfelt thank you from all of us and ICC, Sister. With this, I would like to invite our DG, Dr. Rajiv Singh, for the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you. Sister, we are all thankful to you, and we are truly grateful for sharing your blessings and the insights with us. I was just glancing through the questions. There are more than 30-40 questions which people have posted. And most of the questions deal with how do they handle the external things. And I was just trying to relate with what you said. I think the tips or the things which we can practice, what you have shared with us, basically addresses all the questions which are there. I and we at ICC, we have no words to thank you. I think it is truly a blessing to have a session with you, although it's a blessing every day and every week and every month. But at this point of time, when there is so much of anxiety, fear, worry, I think your kind words and your blessings are really soothing, and they really show the way and how we all can deal with whatever we face by making ourselves stronger. With these words, I would like to thank you on behalf of ICC and all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Sister, for next session, we have a question ready. How could we be calm like you? That is what we all need to know.
Oh, it's very simple. You know what it is? We think it's very difficult. Like Rajiv ji said, that all the questions are about how we want to manage the external situation. It all depends on our stamina, no? Like it's physical. Somebody can run a marathon, and I might get tired just walking a kilometer. So what does that person have, what I don't have? That person has put in little effort and just trained every day. They've just gone exercising every day, and they've built up the stamina so they can run a marathon. Somebody else can climb Mount Everest. I wouldn't even create a thought of ever climbing Mount Everest, but they created a thought. They practiced and they reached there. So that is physical stamina. Similarly, emotional stamina. Look at the things today. Even a simple thing like parenting becomes complicated for us. We are not talking history. Go back to your own childhood. 3, 4 children in a family sometimes. The parents didn't even know which class they are, which exam they are giving, when was the exam, when did the exam get over. Things were so simple. Why is it so difficult today? It's not the relationship has changed. Such a beautiful relationship. But still parenting has become stressful. You know why? The mind who is parenting is not energized. So it's only this seed. This is the seed of life. The rest is the tree of life. We work very hard on the tree of life without watering the seed every morning. Just water the seed every morning. The tree will be taken care of. Just build a strong foundation. Building will be safe. But if we build very beautiful buildings and don't take care of the foundation, then ek chota sa and it will all shake. So foundation is not visible. Everything else is visible. Let's just invest 30 to 40 minutes every morning on this foundation. All these questions will get sorted. I saw all the questions. Any answer we give to that question, you will not be able to implement it. You will not. It's like I have a table here. How much ever you tell me how I can lift it, I can't lift it. I have to build my strength. And then I don't need to ask you how to lift it. I'll be able to lift it very easily. So only build your stamina. Just build your stamina. So connect to the nearest Raj Yoga meditation center, learn the meditation, walk into any center near you. Nowadays, they were also doing it online. Use this time for yourself so that by the time we all get back to work, we've already made it our lifestyle. This is also the time to create lifestyle changes, which then become our natural habits before we start actually going to work. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sister.
Sister Asmita, we would also like to thank you. We have been in touch with you. So thank you for all your support. Thank you, Sister Asmita.
you so much.
Why don't we
Sister.
request Sister Asmita to sing a beautiful song for us
That
just
would
before
be
leave? Let
great.
everybody listen to a song and leave in silence then from there.
Absolutely,
Didi?
absolutely.
Yes, sure.
I can't see Didi actually. हाँ अभी दिख
Yeah,
रही
she-
है। दीदी ये मत कहो खुदा से करे।
जी जरूर।
सॉरी मैंने आपको
क्योंकि जब
देखा नहीं था।
I'm here. हमने जो सुना है सारी बात का एसेंस यही है कि हम अपने अंदर एनर्जी भरते रहे। कौन से थॉट से हम अपनी एनर्जी को बढ़ाते हैं और हमारा फोकस कहाँ होता है। तो जो अनसर्टेनिटीज हैं, जो हमारे आसपास नेगेटिविटीज हैं, वहां से अपना ध्यान हटाकर जो हमें एनर्जी देने वाला है परमात्मा, और आपस में भी जैसे सनफ्लावर्स होते हैं ना, सनफ्लावर हमेशा सूरज की ओर देखते हैं और जब सूरज नहीं दिखाई देता है, बादल होते हैं, तो आपस में एक दूसरे की ओर देखते हैं और एक दूसरे से एनर्जी देते लेते हैं। सो अभी हमें सनफ्लावर्स बनना है, एनर्जी देनी है और अपने थॉट्स को बहुत बहुत शक्तिशाली रखना है। तो उसके लिए एक छोटा सा गीत है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। आती है आंधियां तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, आती है आंधियां तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, तूफान से ही तो लड़ने खुदा ने तुझे गढ़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, हर काम उसके रहते हरगिज़ हुआ पड़ा है। कभी हार ना हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ, हजारों कदम बढ़ाने वो सामने खड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। Thank you
Thank
Sister
you so much.
Shivani.
Amazing,
Sister,
amazing.
This was like icing on the cake. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you,
And hope
sister.
to
Thank you so much.
see you, sister, personally very soon. Sister.
Thank you.